D minor 7 to E minor 7. The classic thing to do here is to go, oh, I'm gonna play like A minor pentatonic because this song is in the key of A minor. Okay, that's cool. So let's say you're in the key of A minor. Instead of always thinking A minor pentatonic, what other chords are in the key of A minor that you know and that you've practiced? Now, this song is D minor 7, E minor 7, but, well, there's also the C major 9, or C major 7 add 9 is also in this key. So what happens if I play that arpeggio on top of these chords? Let's just listen. So again, we got this happening, D minor to E minor, but I'm saying, see, I played C major 7 add 9 on a, even though that chord is not being played, but that chord, I know it, and I know that it's in the key of the song, so why not try play it? And as you can hear, it works. So even though, look here, it's D minor 7 to E minor 7, I'm gonna play C major 7. And it sounds very cool. And I mean, I have this all written down, like, so that I practice, I figure this stuff out, or I learn from other musicians. I go, oh, it sounds like they're putting that on that, and then I try it. So that's one of the first things I would try, is ask yourself what is around in the same key, and then try playing that. And then instead of always playing ascending and descending, create motifs. So I'm going to build on top of this now. Remember, we got D minor to E minor, and I said, well, C major 7 add 9 is in the key, so I'm going to use that. That's my first step to playing something different. Okay, well, I could also say to myself, instead of just playing up and down this, is to say, oh, I'm going to run a rhythm through it. So create a simple melody and move it through this new thing. So now if I'm going to play fill with this concept, I bet you never played that in your life before, and I've never played that in my life before. But because I took something nearby within the same key, and then I ran it not just ascending and descending, I created a motif and moved it through, it's gonna work, it's gonna sound good. I could pick anything inside this key, and probably it's gonna work, you know. Another example, let's do another example. If anyone's still listening, sorry if this is really boring, let me know, you know, tell me to shut the F up. So what I'm saying again, there we got D minor 7 to E minor 7, we're in the key of A minor. I said you can use C major 7 add 9, okay, because it's in the key. Well, what other chords are in the key? Another chord that is in the key could be F major 7, or even F Lydian, okay? So again, okay, now I'm gonna play. So I'm thinking now, even though it's D minor 7 to E minor 7, I'm actually thinking of F major 7. And I'm thinking of the mode that goes with that, F Lydian. So my brain is now moving to all my vocabulary based on that. So again, when I play my fills now, even though I'm in the key of A minor and I'm playing chord 4 to 5, I'm playing a chord that is not being played by the other musician. I'm putting that chord on top of the progression. So now here's, I'm gonna think of that's all good. F major 7. So So can you see there what happened was we got D minor 7 to E minor 7 in the key of A minor, but I was thinking of F major 7. And then if I'm thinking of F major 7 in this key, I can also think of F Lydian. So what this is it's just taking any chord that's within the key and playing it on the progression, and I promise you it works every time, okay? So don't think just because I'm in this key and I'm playing these chords, okay, I have to stick to the pentatonics that start on the same root as those chords. No, that's like the biggest thing I'm into teaching right now, is using triads, arpeggios, and pentatonics that don't start on the same root. This is my favorite thing in the universe to show people right now, because this is what's gonna unleash the portals into the nether realm. Trust me, you know, it's this. Once you get into this, now there's a billion things you can do. Just to recap, we're in the key of A minor, but we're playing chord 4 to 5, D minor 7 to E minor 7, and I said you can play C major 7 or C major 7 add 9 for fills, or boom. So you see, I was thinking of C major 7 add 9, and then the other option there I said was, because it's in the key F Lydian, so my mind is mainly thinking of F major 7 or F Lydian. And as long as I resolve, it sounds good. You're always playing D dominant 7, you know? This kind of thing, I know. That kind of sound. Well, a cool thing to do is, if it's D dominant 7, you can play A minor pentatonic off the 5th. And that means if you can play A minor pentatonic, you can play C major 7. So again, we got D dominant 7, and I'm playing C major 7. Or C Lydian. That's a totally different sound to this. Now I'm getting. So you see, I'm still playing on the D dominant 7, but I'm thinking of, I could think of A Dorian. So that's a minor off the 5th. Or I can think of major 7 a tone down. So again, D dominant 7, I'm thinking of C major 7 or C Lydian. And then you're just going to resolve whenever you want to. You see, you can delay the resolution. So again, I'm this D dominant 7. But you can think of that or this. And that's just 2 quick examples. There's a bunch of stuff you can do, you know, but that's cool. Another thing I like to talk about is these kind of triad pairs. So again, I'm playing C major, D major, and then I'm just doing that in different inversions. For instance, in this example I was talking about on the D dominant 7, when I said you can play C major 7 off the flat 7, I didn't say you can play C major 7 off the flat 7, and then I didn't just do this, which is what most teachers show you. That's just like the tip of the ice sack. No, it's like now you need to work on going, how could I actually use this to make music and resolve? That's what you have to work on. The fundamentals are very simple. What's difficult is going, now I have to be creative with that. Okay, that's infinite. And infinite stuff scares us. I understand that, you know. But yeah, 10% of the time is spent on understanding fundamental concepts, but 90% of the practice time should be spent on just playing with those concepts, not running them up and down. Resolving just means bringing it back to home base, like bringing it back to the notes in the chord. So if this is the chord, so this is D dominant 7, the notes in that chord are 1, 3, 5, flat 7. Those are the notes that make up that chord. So when I play something, I want to just bring it back home. So I landed on the 3rd there. I'm just trying to land on a note inside the chord so that it kind of feels like I came home. Because if I keep just meandering and I never land anywhere, or I land like on a note like that, that note is inside the key, but it's not inside the chord. So it makes it feel like unfinished, and it makes your sound become like unsure. People go, I don't know if that sounded that cool. If you kind of see, that's resolution. Is the aiming. I went home. Or I went home. I'm playing. So that's resolution. It's just you're going on this journey and then you come home, and you're going on a journey and you come home, and you're going on a longer journey, and if you go off the rails and you go off the track and you do a backflip off the train and you go home. So it depends how long you want to like extend and expand on the journey. And understanding tension and release is super important, and I would say it's super important to practice, and you can practice it. So like I just said, I could actually practice. I could go, I'm going to start on this note. How many ways can I get to this note, which is resolution? So I'm kind of... I'm practicing. You see, I'm like seeing how many ways I can get from this starting note to there. That would be an example of working on tension and release and creating a journey and then going home. And then working on ways to do that in kind of more interesting ways. That could be something you practice. Instead of going like this all day long, that no music goes like that. That's not really practicing. That's getting the fundamentals in your fingers and your ears. It's good, but something better to practice, which actually represents music you want to make, is creating lines with tension and release, creating a motif and moving it through your scales, not just randomly playing eighth notes up and down. That's not going to long-term give you good results. That's the problem I have with a lot of teaching online and things you're seeing online. They just show you this. It's like, I don't ever need another video on that. There can be one video on that online. There does not need to be another one. If all you're going to show me is, this is how you play seventh chords, ascending and descending, okay, we don't need another video of that. ChatGPT and AI can just show me that and make me a graph. I don't need anyone to make another video. Please, Lord, don't do it anymore and stop watching them. You're just giving yourself false dopamine. It's not real. Stop watching those videos. Start making stuff with that stuff. Start making bass lines with that stuff. Start practicing tension and release with that stuff. Stop making fills with that stuff. Stop making solos and melodies with that stuff. That's what you need to do. Stop running things up and down forever until your eyes and your ears blow out. Okay? Sorry. I think what you should do is learn bass lines you love and try and make them sound as much like the thing you love as possible. That would be like, doesn't matter what level you're at, that's, to me, one of the best things you can do forever. So if you hear a bass line you love, try figure it out with your own ears. Start with simple things. And then just try get even one bar feeling the same. Rhythm, dynamics, tone, timing. Try get it to feel the same as your heroes. Because when you put it under microscope and you go, wow, that sounds kind of like the record I love, then you're doing it. You're doing the thing. You know what I mean? You're getting closer to what you love. Beautiful. That to me is one of the best things you can do.